The hiking boot industry has an outsole problem. The brands your parents trusted have been quietly acquired by conglomerates, moved production to cheaper factories, and replaced the leather and rubber engineering that built their reputation with lifestyle marketing that protects it. Today we are exposing 7 hiking boot brands quietly failing hikers, and 3 that are worth every penny. Counting down from 7. Number 7. Columbia. Columbia was founded in 1938 in Portland, Oregon. Workwear for fishermen and loggers, practical gear for people who worked outside. That origin is real. Here is what happened. Columbia went public in 1998 and shifted its core business to lifestyle apparel. The hiking boot line exists today primarily as a brand extension. The Columbia Newton Ridge Plus 2 retails for around $90. At that price, it is a legitimate entry-level boot for beginner hikers on maintained trails. Reviewers consistently document adequate performance for the first season. The problems begin after that. Outdoor Gear Lab and independent testers have documented reports of inner membrane delamination and sole separation on the Newton Ridge line after extended use. The lugs on the Omni Grip outsole wear significantly by the 50-mile mark according to long-term testers. For a beginner boot under $100, that may be acceptable. The problem is Columbia also sells hiking boots at $130 to $160 that carry the same construction limitations at a higher price. At $160, you are competing with Merrell and Keen boots that outlast Columbia by multiple seasons, acceptable under $100. A logo tax above it. Number 6. Keen. Keen was founded in 2003 in Portland, Oregon by Martin Keen and Rory Fewhurst. The open-toe sandal that launched the brand was a genuine product innovation, a sandal with toe protection that nobody else was building. That invention earned Keen its early reputation. Here is what happened. Keen has remained independent, which is genuinely unusual in this space. But independent ownership does not automatically mean engineering investment. The Keen Targhee line retails at $170 to $200 and is consistently reviewed as a solid mid-range boot, comfortable, with a wide toe box and reliable waterproofing. Those are real strengths. The problem is Keen's outsole. The Keen all-terrain rubber outsole used across most of their hiking line delivers adequate traction on moderate terrain, but wears significantly faster than Vibram rubber used by Salomon, Scarpa, and La Sportiva at comparable or lower price points. Independent reviewers consistently document the Keen outsole losing meaningful lug depth within 200 to 300 miles. Vibram-equipped boots at the same price point regularly last 500 miles or more before showing comparable wear. You are paying $180 for a boot whose weakest component, the part that makes contact with the ground, wears out faster than the competition charges for better rubber, comfortable and wide. The outsole does not match the price. Number 5. Merrell. Merrell was founded in 1981 in Vermont by Randy Merrell, a custom boot maker with a reputation for precision fit. Wolverine Worldwide acquired the brand in 1997. That acquisition is where the story changes. Wolverine Worldwide also owns Wolverine, Saucony, Sperry, and Sweaty Betty. Merrell is one brand inside a $2 billion footwear conglomerate. The Merrell Moab 3 retails for $130 to $170. It is the best-selling hiking boot in America, and that popularity is real. The Moab delivers genuine performance at an accessible price. And independent reviewers consistently rate it as a solid mid-range option. But the Merrell J Select outsole, used across the Moab line, is not Vibram. It is a proprietary rubber compound that independent testers consistently rate below Vibram for grip on wet rock and longevity under heavy use. For $130, the Moab earns its reputation. But Merrell also sells boots at $180 to $220, where the same proprietary outsole is being asked to justify a premium price. At $200, the Salomon X Ultra 5 GTX uses Contagrip outsole technology that outperforms Merrell's rubber on technical terrain by a measurable margin. The Moab 3 earns its price at $130. The premium lineup does not. Number 4. The North Face. The North Face was founded in 1966 in San Francisco by Douglas Tompkins, a serious mountaineer. VF Corporation acquired the brand in 2000. The brand now operates primarily as a fashion label. The North Face Hedgehog 3 retails for $140. The Fastpack Ultra Mid 3 GTX retails for $190. Both use proprietary Flex Connect outsoles, not Vibram. Independent testers rate the Flex Connect rubber below Vibram Mega Grip for grip on wet and technical terrain. For $190, with a proprietary outsole and a brand that manages streetwear collaborations alongside hiking boots, you are paying for the mountain heritage. The Salomon X Ultra 5 GTX at $160 delivers Contagrip outsole performance, Salomon's proprietary high-grip rubber that outperforms the North Face's Flex Connect in independent testing for $30 less. The mountain heritage is marketing. The boot is mid-range at premium prices. Quick one. If you like reviews that cut through the logo tax, subscribe to the Trail Standard. We tell you what the spec sheet says and what the marketing doesn't. Back to it. Number 3. Ozark Trail. Ozark Trail is Walmart's outdoor brand. A hiking boot retails for $25 to $40. The construction gap between an Ozark Trail boot and a genuine hiking boot is not visible by looking at them in the store. It becomes visible on the trail. Ozark Trail boots use cement bond construction throughout. There is no welt and no direct mold attachment. Cement bond construction is the lowest cost bonding method in boot manufacturing. Under sustained flexing and moisture exposure, cemented soles separate. User reviews consistently document sole separation beginning within the first season of regular trail use. The outsole rubber is unbranded, no Vibram, no published durometer rating, no grip specification. No grip specification on a boot that is supposed to keep you stable on wet rocks is not a budget limitation. It is a safety question. At $35, Ozark Trail is not hiding what it is. The problem is, it is marketed alongside genuine hiking boots in the same aisle without making the construction gap visible to a first-time buyer. They cannot tell the difference by looking at it. Ozark Trail benefits from that ignorance. Camping-shaped footwear, not hiking boots. Number 2. Timberland. Timberland was founded in 1952 in Abington, Massachusetts by Nathan Swartz, a cobbler who bought a half interest in the Abington Shoe Company. The iconic yellow boot, launched in 1973, became a symbol of American outdoor durability. Here is what happened. VF Corporation, the same conglomerate that owns the North Face and Dickies, acquired Timberland in 2011 for $2 billion. Timberland now operates primarily as a fashion and streetwear label. The brand has collaborated with Louis Vuitton in 2024 and Supreme for limited edition releases. Those partnerships tell you exactly where the priorities are. The Timberland White Ledge mid-waterproof retails for $120. The Mount Madsen mid-waterproof retails for $130. Both use Timberland's proprietary rubber outsole, not Vibram. Both use full-grain leather that independent testers document losing structural integrity by the 1-year mark under regular trail use. By contrast, the Lowa Renegade GTX Mid starts at $230. It costs more, but it uses Gore-Tex lining, a Vibram outsole, and a dual-density polyurethane midsole that independent reviewers consistently document lasting 5 to 10 years of regular use. The Timberland equivalent is designed for a fashion retail cycle, not a decade of trail use. The yellow boot built the brand. VF Corporation manages it now. Number 1. Adidas Terrex. Adidas was founded in 1949 in Herzogenaurach, Germany, by Adolf Dassler. The Terrex outdoor line launched in 2002 as Adidas's attempt to enter the serious hiking market. The Terrex Free Hiker retails for $180 to $230 premium hiking boot pricing and markets itself directly against Salomon and Lowa. Here is the problem. Adidas is a $20 billion fashion and sportswear company. The Terrex line is one product category inside a portfolio that includes Yeezy, Stan Smith, and Ultra Boost. When independent testers cut open Adidas Terrex boots, they find EVA midsoles, the same foam used in budget running shoes. While competitors at the same price point use dual-density PU, or proprietary performance compounds, the Adidas Terrex Free Hiker 2 GTX retails for $230. It weighs 2 pounds and 0.7 ounces. The Salomon X Ultra 5 Mid GTX retails for $180 and weighs 1 pound 15 ounces, lighter and cheaper, with a Contagrip outsole that independent testers rate above the Terrex outsole for wet rock performance. The $50 price premium on the Adidas buys you a brand name that sells basketball shoes, not dedicated trail engineering. A sportswear brand selling hiking boots at mountaineering prices, and the outsole and midsole data do not justify the tag. Now here are 3 where the money actually reaches the product. Number 3, worth it. Salomon. Salomon was founded in 1947 in Annecy, France, by Francois Salomon and his family as a ski edge and binding manufacturer in the French Alps. Amer Sports acquired Salomon in 2005, but unlike the Newell Brands model, Amer Sports has maintained Salomon's technical investment. And the X Ultra line is now in its 5th generation, with documented engineering improvements in each iteration. The Salomon X Ultra 5 GTX retails for $165. It uses Contagrip MA outsole rubber, Salomon's proprietary high-density compound specifically formulated for grip on wet and dry technical terrain. Independent testers consistently rate Contagrip above Merrell's J-Select and the North Face's Flex Connect for wet rock grip and durability. Salomon publishes the outsole compound designation. The advanced chassis midsole provides documented lateral stability. The price is connected to the engineering. Verdict: every dollar reaches the product. That is the standard. Number 2, worth it. Lowa. Lowa was founded in 1923 in the small Bavarian village of Jetzendorf by Lorenz Wagner. The company has been building mountain boots continuously ever since. In 1997, Lowa engineer Werner Riethmann developed the first boot with a direct mold sole, a construction method where the outsole is formed directly onto the upper rather than glued on. That innovation eliminated the primary failure point of cemented sole construction. The Lowa Renegade GTX mid retails for $230. It uses a Gore-Tex lining, a Vibram outsole, and a dual-density polyurethane midsole. In 2018, Backpacker magazine inducted the Renegade into its Hall of Fame, the first hiking boot to receive that distinction. Independent reviewers consistently document Renegade boots lasting 5 to 10 years of regular trail use with proper care. Lowa publishes sole construction method, lining specification, and midsole density. The boot is made in Europe. The price is connected to what is in the boot. Verdict: Hall of Fame construction. The direct mold sole that Timberland's cement bond is not. Number 1, worth it. Scarpa. Scarpa was founded in 1938 in Asolo, Italy, in the foothills of the Dolomites, by a network of local cobblers. In 1956, Luigi Perisotto purchased the brand with his brothers. The Perisotto family has owned Scarpa ever since. No acquisition, no conglomerate, no lifestyle pivot. The Scarpa Kailash Plus GTX retails for $349. It uses premium Perwanger suede leather from an Italian tannery that has supplied Scarpa for decades, a Gore-Tex membrane, and a Vibram outsole. The BAS midsole technology, bi-density articulated system, uses two densities of polyurethane that allow the lugs to independently adapt to surface irregularities, improving grip and stability on technical terrain. Scarpa developed and patents that technology. It exists in no competitor boot at this price point. Scarpa publishes leather source, outsole specification, midsole construction method, and waterproofing technology. The Perisotto family still owns the company. The price is connected to 86 years of uninterrupted boot building in the Italian Alps. Verdict: family owned since 1956, Italian made, published specifications. The logo tax does not exist here because there is no gap between the reputation and the product. 7 brands, 3 that actually deliver. The hiking boot market is built on fashion logos charging for outdoor heritage that conglomerates purchased decades ago. Which brand did we just save you from buying? Or which one is already on your feet? Drop it in the comments. We read everyone. Out.